Alright, many people nowadays really want to keep healthy. They want ripped physiques, they want to feel healthy, they want to look good. There's nothing wrong with that. I myself am a victim of that. At the same time, many people also have academic and work commitments. I myself face such an issue almost daily, and it's quite difficult to pick between the two, and this was probably us at a point where you just do not know what to pick between the two. Which one do you choose? So, I am currently studying a dual major in the science field. So I think I know a thing or two about how to balance, and I will show you exactly my step-by-step routines and regimens that I follow. Because one day I had a revolution. Why not both? Why can you not do both? And how would I do both? Is it possible? Well, let's figure that out. See, now many people complain about time. There's too little bit of time. And you're right. I won't take that away from you. Sometimes they might say there's too much time in the gym. Maybe there's too less time in the gym. And who knows, maybe you just wanted to drop down and do some push-ups. That's fine. But I'm here to tell you that you'd be surprised how much of time is wasted. So, how do we fix that? Number one, we make regimens. Do not credit me on how to spell this thing. I can't even spell some of the most scientific words there is. These species names is invading my brain. So how do you spell regimen? So many people, they think that a regimen is they have certain tasks to do and they have to do that. But no, what it actually is you have a routine that goes from Monday to Sunday or Sunday to Friday, however you do your weekends and your days. And the most important part of it, about any regimen, is that it must be specific. From time X you wake up in the morning to time Z when your head must be hit the pillow. So time X, eat whatever for breakfast at a certain time. Okay? How long should that take you? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? Then commutes. What time do you want to commute to your campus, your gym? All of that. Well, how much time do you want to spend in the gym? I recommend myself where I spend about between an hour to an hour and a half in the gym. I'm not a bodybuilder, but I'm very fit, especially for my age. So, regimen. Be as specific as you can. And you'd be surprised how much of gaps there are in your day. Okay. Next step. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot, at any means necessary, fake being productive. What I mean by that is, say you are busy drawing something. You feel good, right? I'm someone who really enjoys drawing. Or maybe you want to research how you draw. As great as that is, in the long run, unless you're doing that as a job, then you can't. And it's not a productive thing to do. That is a leisure activity. You do that if your brain is absolutely fried. You do something like that. Instead of scrolling, which stimulates your brain, do that instead. I'll give you a short little life story of me. There was a time when I would have to come home after 7 p.m. sometimes, writing semester tests. And I was dead tired. Especially, I vividly remember this one chemistry paper that was absolutely wrecking my brain. Passed it, thankfully. But I was tired and dragging myself back home. But in turn, I dragged myself to the gym. Why? Well, I made myself a promise that if other people maybe they went home and slept. It's fine. But once you hold yourself accountable and you make sure that you do the very promises that you say to yourself, then you'll find time. So this was my schedule. I'd finish gym around about 9 p.m. Sometimes slightly earlier, sometimes later. Especially if it was legs, I'd always finish earlier. And I still had time, but what I mostly had was energy. You'd be surprised. I was so brain fogged after writing those papers that I actually had energy after I gymmed. That wasn't from pre-workout or any energy drinks of that sort. But I actually had energy to study. I was so surprised that even people started looking at me like I was crazy. At the time I stayed at a res that had a gym in it. So people would walk past and think I'm absolutely crazy, especially those in my degree. Because they're like, how does this guy who's studying 7 modules in one semester have time to go in gym and study? Well, that comes down to reading and writing is not equal to studying. It goes back to what I said in one of my earlier points. It makes you feel productive, but it's not being productive. Two different things. Now, active recall is one of the most crucial things that I've ever learned to do while studying. How do you do it? How do you do active recall? Many of us do it wrong, and there's infinite ways to improve it. So, what you do, take 10 minutes after lectures and highlight the key points in that lecture. And if you don't even have 10 minutes after lecture, pull out your phone and make a voice memo of the key things that were made in that lecture. Okay? Then after that lecture, when you actually have time to sit down, when you're like home or whatever, fill in those gaps. What do you remember? Then after that, put some meat on the bone. And then at the end of the week, do the same thing, but for every module or course that you take. That is exactly how you should study. Studying, it's not necessarily just remembering and regurgitating, but it's also understanding and employing what you are saying, or in other words, what you are learning. So practice. By practice, I mean practice the past papers, or give yourself certain questions that you know may come out. For example, I was doing biochemistry recently, and it always baffled me. How in the world do proteins come together to make one functional unit? So I asked myself, why does this happen? I Googled and researched. I even used AI to give me the answer, and I can tell you that it's the way the chemistry works in terms of polarity bonding and covalent and non-covalent ionic bonds, and the way certain things, but we'll get that later. So ask further questions as to further your understanding. Ask the why. Don't be afraid to be that random irritating guy in the class to stick up the hand and ask the teacher why. But most importantly, never use AI for answers. This was my shortcoming in first year of university. I was so impressed of how AI could take my chemistry notes. I had one question that I had to calculate how many peanuts is required at a certain amount of energy that has certain compounds that were fats that burn certain amount of energy to boil a certain volume of water. AI couldn't do that question. I tried Perplexity, I tried Grok, and I tried ChatGPT. All three gave me 3 different answers. But that was the interesting part. Understand what the question was asking and what it needed. And that's all for me for now. Just a short little introductory video. If you'd like more, don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you need any assistance, drop a recommendation down below and I will make a video about it. Cheers, guys.